I want everybody to dance them just like I tell you. And when I say hold yourself, I want all of you to get ready to stop. When I say stop, don't move. And when I say get it, I want all of y'all to go boogie. Hold it now. Boogie woogie.
Hello everybody, welcome to Discover RPG. I'm got a weird setup today because I'm doing something funky and I hope you all enjoy it. Hope you're all doing well today. Today is going to be a Zen day. Today we are going to relax, and I apparently can talk very well with a paintbrush in my mouth. So welcome everybody, and here is our little friend. There he is. You can actually see his detail now. This is a little mushroom friend that I am going to be working on today because I decided to try something a little different. I hope you're all doing well. And I have been setting up my little setup. But in case any of you are, hey Rylan, in case any of you are wondering, here are some of the other things I have. I got myself a little Valkyrie who I'm still working on. I got a full set of wings to do with her. I've got, let's see, I've got my little half-orc rogue who I'm excited to get to. I've got not so little giant. He's about that tall. And I've got some really kick-ass Dragonborn dudes. This guy's pretty cool. So, but today, thanks to the voting of our wonderful, that's so good. Giant lizard with a lab coat. I adore that. So, here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna work on our little mushroom friend. I've poured out some paint already. I'm ready to go. And we are gonna see how we're gonna start with this guy. Alright, so I've already done a base coat on this little one. Oh, you're making Minecraft, or my club in Minecraft, very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna start with a base coat on this guy. In general, I'm gonna have him be a little bit of a faded, like, fleshy tone. Little, traditional mushroom with a little peach and a little, I forgot my white. Hold on. I'll be right back. It's super important. Always important to have white and black to mix things. Mix the colors. Okay, here we go. So, I got my little squeezy balls of white and black. And I've got, there they are. I got my mixing brushes, my little sponges, and we're gonna give a little go at making some. Hey Bex. Yes, I did go a little silk because that's what happens. I should. Oh, okay. From now on, I gotta wear my sill hat when I'm painting. It's only appropriate. That should have gotten shaken up first. Almost ASMR here. That's what you come here to Nerdsmith for. ASMR. Totally not. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little bit of peach, mixing a little bit of white in there too to make a nice base coat. I'm thinking, that's pretty good. Might want to do a little more. Okay, so a little more pale. So we need a. So what I'm thinking here is we need a paint camera and a mini camera because there's too much here to do. A tiny bit of tan and more white, hoping to make it a slightly more muted color. So this is, I just use Craftsmart. I just use acrylics. I get them at the store. I am starting to meander into enamel, but not that much. I don't have I don't have, though I have a Citadel holder, I do not have War Game enamel. Sadly. Well, not sadly. I have gotten by just fine with my acrylics, and then I seal them with a lacquer. It's just cheaper. Just a little cheaper, a little easier for me to do. A little less scared of that. Sorry. Really should have mixed my paints before I started. But we'll make do. We'll be okay. So, painting is a solitary activity, but I want to share it with you, which means we gotta figure out something to do. Apple barrel color? Okay, I gotcha. I am not super well versed in the brands of the painting scene, but please, by all means, teach me your ways, right? Alright, so how about we get started? So I like this. I like the idea of a craft circle. So just basic beige over everything. A little hard to see. It's a very subtle color change. It's a very subtle color change in the camera, but I promise I am changing the color of the mushroom. I'm gonna go back. I'm not sure if there's any good logical steps other than darks and then lights, like, and then maybe some of the I do an ink wash at the end to usually pop the angle or pop the curves out and the lines. That's usually what I do. But for today, just gonna get the base coat on, I think. We'll see. I'll get a little more detail. We're gonna go under the mushroom cap, because this will probably stay about that color. It's gonna have a lot of this guy's gonna have a lot of detail in him. A lot of dry brushing on this figure because there's a lot of lines. while also functioning. There we go. Mic should be better now. If there's anything you would like to talk about, please feel free to ask me. I would be happy to fill the time, or the air, as it were. So please feel free to chime in the chat. Sorry. Not mean to bump the camera like that. Takes a little while to get this. So what I'm looking at, potentially, well, not potentially, I'm definitely going to be doing a red cap on him. Maybe a reddish orange. It's the traditional cartoony mushroom color. Fantasy creature. Okay, so are we talking humanoid, like playable race, or not? Or like just anything? Those are very different questions, Mouse. If I could be a fantasy creature in D&D, what would I be? Like beast or monstrosity kind of thing. Okay. I am a very big fan of Kirin. Kirin. The sort of unicorn-esque celestial creature. But I also dig gnolls. Because hyenas, you know, they get a bad rap. Though if I had to go outside of the SRD, I'd probably pick something from like Kobold Press, because gosh, I love drakes, and their drakes are super fun, like the bathhouse drake. Mouse, you know I enjoy those. And I also like the tavern drake, I think they're called, with the okay, so I guess, Ryland, the question is, like, what's your goal as a beast? Are you shooting for domination, or are you shooting for just having a chill time? That's fair. But here's the thing, though. If you're a Tarrasque, it's been my experience, most of the time there's goddamn heroes trying to jump all over you. You want to be left alone. You gotta be subtle. Pick something that just chills and nobody bothers you. I mean, you gotta make sure you're not, like, primed for some sort of poaching scheme. So, like, don't pick anything that's, like, got, I guess, unicorns and stuff. Get poached for their magical properties. But yeah, I'm really bad at this. Let's move the camera a little bit so it's closer to where I'm naturally painting. So what'll probably happen here is I will probably let this guy go dry. And then I'll pick something else up. Go back and forth while they're drying. We're gonna start working on the base on this guy too. See, I have a fan right here. But you mean like specifically is it the heat element that does it or just the air circulation? Probably both. I hesitate to put a hairdryer on because I've got a mic very close to me and it would not be fair to you all to suddenly bust that out. But that's smart. I like that. Hello, Mitchell. I think I got all of it on the peach. The rest of this, actually, let's paint a couple of the mushrooms. That's probably gonna get painted over anyway. Should probably not do that. It is Mouse, but still fun. I like building in Minecraft. Okay, well, so there's the first coat of our little guy. So I'm gonna let him chill for a second. So, question, friends, which one should I work on as a secondary? Should I go with the half-orc rogue? Should I work on him? Should I work on the big-ass dragonborn? Or should I work on giant? I am down for any of them, but I am dragonborn, giant. We might do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo kind of deal. Big boy dragon. Okay, that's 2 for dragon. Okay. Let my little friendo here dry out. So let's get the big boy dragon. So, okay, so this one's gonna be interesting because I wanted to do enamel on the dragonborn. Give them a little bit of cool scaling effect with the enamel. So, I'm thinking, I guess maybe doing the base. Okay, doing the base first. Okay, we'll do the base first. Do a bit of a... black for the base here. So, let me get the base going here. Then we're gonna go over. So, what color should I make the dragonborn? I've got a bunch of metallics and a bunch of chromatic colors in this enamel that I want to use. What do you guys think? What do you think, friends? Ooh, blue's fun. Okay. Alright. Yeah, blue's fun. Try out the blue. The chromatic, technically, but I don't really ascribe to that. I don't really dig the idea that... I mean, with the dragons, the monsters themselves, I'm more likely to deal with that, but I have basically started using the metaphor of bears. The idea that sometimes bears mostly just want to be left the fuck alone. Same with dragons in my world, the world of Vale. But they start getting a little too associated with people. They fear them a little less, they start hanging around more, and can become dangerous. But that's mostly because people are dummies. But I also leave them open to a little bit of interpretation. That, you know, there are dragons that are bad, there are dragons that are neutral or good. There's also a variance in intelligence. Some of them are more sapient creatures that are more thoughtful about the way they interact with the world. Some of them are more primal and instinctive. But I do not cross it by color lines. I usually just decide, just depending on what I want. But yeah. Okay, so that's a good start. Alright, so a blue dragon. You know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to mix some silver and some blue together for the metal on the armor. I got this baby blue, and I've got some silver, and I'm gonna go do that. Cool. I mean, yeah, I am a little biased on green dragons in that they are evil and badass and awesome. Oh yeah, one of my biggest things in my campaigns is I actively encourage, if someone wants to, okay, so for example, I have a drow in my Might Club campaign, in my home game, and she comes from she herself is not a follower of Lolth, the evil spider goddess, but she comes from a society that does that. And so what I did was, because I was sort of bucking against that stereotype, I told her, it's okay for there to be some societies that worship Lolth. That's okay. I'm not gonna completely, torpedo her idea, because it was good. She's escaped from sort of a cult kind of mentality. But I, at the same time, also wanted to make sure that she met drow that were not from that background. So I really emphasized the fact that drow live in, like any other thing, there's a variety, just like humans. In our society, there's a variety of cultural norms and values and all that jazz. So there isn't overtly one type of drow society. So, and if anything, the Lolth sort of cultish evil group that were raised that way, they are a very, very small minority of the drow in my world. All right, I'm gonna grab my silver paint real quick. old jar. Just want to make sure I've got it. Okay, here we go. Oh no, my wings. I'll get them later. It's fine. So I've got myself a blue. Hopefully it will mix dark enough. I hope. Oh yeah, it's just got a lot of... Okay. I got some old enamel paints from a Goodwill. Kieran's a giraffe. Shut up, Mitch. Kieran's a drow because you played a drow and you both decided at the beginning of the campaign to have drow that used KS as their initials. You had Kieran and Kaylin, and I was like, I'm gonna hit somebody. Seriously? Coordinate. My God. My poor brain was not having it. My poor brain had some trouble. Yes, I'm very glad. Okay, so I got my blue enamel mixed better. Okay, and then we've got okay. Trust me, I'm aware, Mitch. No need to call her out. She calls herself out every day. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of silver mixing because I have a big ass bottle of silver paint here. Big ass bottle. Okay, so let's see what happens when I mix baby blue and silver and see if we can get ourselves a kick-ass color. I'm really hoping for a nifty blue silver, which is what I'm getting. Ooh, this is exciting. Making it a little more silver. It's a little too blue right now. Turning it almost like a violet silver. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Especially with the blue tint on the, Alright. Blue tint on the dragon, I meant to say. Okay. And crannies. Excuse me. It's a little hard to get onto the camera when I'm doing this. I hope this music is pleasant for you all. I tried to pick something that would be kind of chill. I'll give you guys a peek in a minute. Just gotta get this basic paint down. Bags. I'm glad. This is from artlist.io. This is our network music. It's royalty free. If you're interested in using it for your streams, it's about $200 a year total. And you get access to their full catalog. It's pretty neat. And I can get your referral link, like an invitation link. You can invite other people to the site. Yeah, you gotta have more than one show to justify it, really, and I use it all the time. But really, I use it for my private games, but I'm obviously here, I'm using it for stream. But I mean, I bought it for the stream, I just happen to use it for private use too. There's always that, right? Always the way of it. Okay. What color should the cape be on this one? That could be neat. A maroon. I'm down. I'm down for that. I'm just cleaning up the, there's a lot of detail in here. I'm just cleaning up the smudges. And then we'll play around with the enamel a little bit. Then we could probably go back to the Mushroom Man in a minute. So we got right now. It's a little hard to see. Looks just mostly gray right now. But it does have a tiny bit of blue in the mix, which I very much enjoy. Well, how about I start using this blue and we do a little bit of taking a look at. Thank you. This is one of the D&D official ones, I believe, that I got from a bookstore. Mouse was there when I bought it, I think. Maybe. I don't remember. So let's give it a go. I need one of the small. I'm gonna start with a very small one. You're welcome to come back now. Got some friends that visited. It was very nice. Ooh, tell me what it is. Yeah, please do. I'd love to hear it. Enamel is a different beast. I've never really painted with it. light coating. I can keep a light coating going. I won't lose the detail here. Important. Sorry for the quiet. Okay. Painting on my own is fine. I've never cultivated the skill set of painting on camera, so I don't have the paint. Helps a little bit. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me do that. Hold on. I'm not sure how. So there's the base coat. Let me see if I can. Hold on, I'll just copy the link because I'm not sure how to do it right now. Paste. There you go. Paste. There you go. Oh, I don't want to drop the enamel. That would suck. So, I'm going to continue. Work on a hand. Probably end up doing a little bit of highlighting on this. Clean it up a little bit with the other colors. There you are. So I'm working on hands. Ooh, that was very deep into the enamel pot. Yeah, gem dragons look really rad. I'm excited. I don't know much about them. So, what I will do is getting into the armor here a little bit. Gonna paint inside the cracks. This is a very, very detailed mini. Okay, so I am using mostly basic acrylic, but then I'm also using some, this blue is actually a Testor. It's just a blue on it, like a bright, like primary blue, because I wanted to add some shine and shimmer to my Dragonborn figures that I recently got. So it's a little messy right now, and obviously you're not really quite getting the color because there's blue light everywhere. But you see how I'm blocking it out. The silver is an acrylic that I got. I'm not that particular. Yeah, like I said, I'm only using it for the dragon scale portion, with the idea being that it might give more of a shine. But then I'm gonna have to take a very tiny detail brush and clean this up. My method is usually go over it and then clean it up later. So we'll see. Back to the oh no. Some of the feet done real quick. I mean, quick shouldn't be the goal here, obviously, but I'm an impatient bitch, so I usually go in fast and then clean up later. Seriously, it's impossible to tell how deep the pot on the enamel goes. I am going to take the time to clean up though. I have a bunch of enamel ones that I want to clean, like I want to fix because I inherited them, but they were just kind of, let's cover them. There's some peach for the face. You're good. And I like having some detail on mine. A little more texture and detail in my minis. Okay, so there's our basic block out. I'll take a picture for Twitter if you want to check it out. But let's do the cape block out. I am down for that. Here's the big question: is there a way do you use mineral spirits for enamels, or how do you clean your paintbrush? Anyway, I'm gonna take a break from our little dragon boy and go back to our original friend, our little mushroom friend. Because I think he'll be ready for the base coat. spirits testers. Okay, that's fair. I got most of it off, but I will use mineral spirits to clean it up. Okay, let's go back. Let's let our little dragonborn friend rest for a little while. Let's go back to our little mushroom friend. There's our little mushroom friend. He's ready for his close-up. Let's start getting him all red. And then I'm gonna add some texture to it after. This is a candy, this is a gloss red. So again, this is gonna give a nice little interesting shine to it that I don't need the lacquer that I use as a post paint. I won't need it for the gloss as much. It'll be just something kind of nice here. But it's a much bolder look than before. There's a bunch of neat things on this guy, so I'm gonna probably dab him with a little bit of a Q-tip or something, so that I can get all the little nooks and crannies emptied, so I can do the touch-up with the moss and the tan I want to use, and I'm gonna do some lichen-y, mossy looking growths on him. But actually don't hate that. Happy accidents, right? Going around the base of the cap, I realized I was probably making a mess on the bottom of the cap, but I actually don't hate the texture that's going on down there. So, happy accidents. So, example, down there. I don't dislike that as far as texture is concerned. It's actually kind of fun. But I'm gonna need to be mindful of the edges here. So, I guess we'll just leave him alone then. Okay, so there's the cap. What is a little tedious is the idea of this plastic being bendable. I can't quite dictate where it goes. This little staff is touching him, so when I'm painting, it keeps bopping him. But it's good for now. And then I've got some brown. Got a little bit of brown shit in here. There's that. Again, these are just basics. Just whatever was on sale or whatever I've inherited from people. I inherited a lot of paints from my family. People pick up a hobby and then just don't continue with it, so I took it, and then look at that, I started painting. Very convenient. So I'm just going to go over the bottom with some brown. It's really light, just to create a base color. And again, I'm not really worrying about the edges that much. I'm just getting a little bit of water I mean, it is acrylic, so water-based. But yeah, I'm mostly just getting into the little crevices. And then I'll worry about making it nicer. So, just trying to get those big block colors into the shape so that we can make decisions about detail color later. Because this is going to be a multi-day process, and I'll have to remix paint, and I won't have quite the same color that I started. Luckily, this is straight out of the jar, so straight out of the tube. But yeah. I am very pleased that we had a... I started at exactly on the hour. I'm impressed. Like, I went live. Maybe I didn't start streaming the show, but... yeah, I'm kind of pleased. Go. There's our little base foot. Underfoot, rather. There's a little bit of a gloss there, but we'll kill that eventually. And we're gonna go up the stick. Again, it's gonna be a rough blocking, just to get the basics, and then we'll clean it up once I get the blocking done. And sometimes what I end up doing, because I do have my Block O minis, or my Box O minis rather, is I will grab a couple things that are going to use the same paint and just do those layers first. Good night, Mouse. Thank you for joining. I am pleased to have craft circled with you. I physical crafted while you Minecrafted. I'll see you later, bud. So yeah. Again, lost the hand detail a little bit, painting the staff here, but it's not too bad. And then looks like there's gonna be some stems here. Vines here. Take a little bit of a Q-tip to them. Hello, Tessa. Thank you for remembering. remembering to subscribe with your Prime subscription. My goodness, 3 years. How fabulous. And I caught your DM, Tessa. We're all good. Alright. I'm making a mushroom friend. He's kind of scary right now, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna do... Alright, so, this is no mushroom man right now. He's a little messy, but not too bad. And then we're gonna go over... Oh, he's got a little butt. I didn't realize he had a little butt. He's a little scary right now, but he'll be okay. I'll have him in a bit. I'm just cleaning him up. I've got the base and the colors down. Do a bit more detail later. Looks like he's got a bit of a, like, sticks coming. He's gonna have a little bit of vine texture coming up from the ground. And he's got his little red friends with him. I am going to attempt to give his little mushroom friends a little bit of a little pop on their stems. Right where they have their little stems there. Oh, that's still wet. Okay. We'll fix that when we, it's just acrylics. It's just basic acrylics. But yeah. And there he is. Oh, yeah, we're gonna fix him. I promise. They always look like junk before they look good. Like a lot of things. I am using a mix, like I said, they're like super janky. I bought them at a Goodwill, Apple Barrel, Rylan was talking about Apple Barrel before. I'm sitting here with like 16 Apple Barrel bottles. Yeah, anything from Americana to Basics, Liquitex Basics, just literally any old acrylic that I use. Craftsmart, I guess the Michaels brand. Anyway, so I'm gonna set our mushroom buddy aside and let him dry. Let's get back to, real quick, before we go, let's get back to our Dragonborn bud. Look at our bud here. He's looking really rad. He's looking super cool. He's a little undersaturated here because the color on my camera is not quite good enough. But let's see if we can mix something. So this is a plum. I'm gonna mix plum and some of that candy apple red. Mix that plum, candy apple red, and yeah, see, I don't have a bright purple, really. All I've got is, I can add a little bit of blue to the plum, see if we can get into more of a purple. And then we're gonna mix that up with a little red. Let's see what we get here. We can get a bit of a maroon color. Ooh, that's looking maroon to me. That's looking maroon. Hell yeah. Just getting a little brown though. Don't wanna put too much in there. So let's get a base coat down. Yeah, it's more of a wash, like a desaturated plum. Not a bad color though. So, it's better than just a gigantic primary red or something. It's a little more subtle. This is nice, I like this. Thank you, Mouse, for the color suggestion. It's pretty nice. Yeah, we'll wash it later. I need to get some more ink. Because right now all I have is black and a little bit of bright, like a bright orange brown. It's not quite what I want. I want to see if I can get some color. Wash ink. See if that does anything interesting. Yeah, this particular piece is full of little nooks that are gonna be real garbage in some spots. But I'm liking this right now. Quite a bit. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Tessa, for the wash explanation. Please listen to her. That is the I will give that a go. See if I can get this darker without losing the pigment or the vibrance of it. Okay. Almost done with the this cape. Too many curves. Too many little pockets for the color to, oh no, this is what happens when you have bad, okay, let's fix that. No. It's okay, I have more of that color. And this is why you do darks and then lights. Because, yeah, there's a couple of spots here that I nicked. And this is the thing, I even have a good... I've got a good paint here, or a good silver to go over it. But... there we go. Okay, there we go. We got his sort of burgundy cape, which we will... Sorry, burped into the mic. And then I'm gonna grab my silver again, see if I can clean up a couple things before I lose that color. Where'd you go? There you are. There we go. Let's grab this silver real quick. Clean up the mess I made. There we go. And nobody has to know that I fucked up. Yay, paint. Okay. There. And nobody need be the wiser. But I am gonna go a little bit. Grab a Grab my special, this is my special paintbrush that I just got. I'm gonna clean up some stuff that I nicked up with the blue enamel. Clean up a little bit. A lot of cleanup on this little guy because he's covered in very light armor, and I made his scales very dark. So, got them a little cleaned up. I'm gonna go for the feet now because I got real sloppy at the feet. Keep saying the same words because I'm not engaged in conversation. Something to touch up things like this. Got little cleanup brushes, like little itty bitty tiny ones, with little Q-tips. Alright, good night, Tessa. See you later. Have good sleep. Okay. gonna call this guy Initially Painted. He's got kind of a cool look to him, but I'll do the cleanup at some point. For now, we've got our 2 little base coats, and I'll probably follow up next week with fixing up these guys, but yeah, there. Alright, so I'm gonna call it, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on this little adventure as I figured out how the heck to do painting on stream. Now I gotta just search for my mouse. Anyway, please, if you haven't already, give us a follow and you'll know when I go live next time. Tomorrow is my D&D campaign that we live stream, Shenanigoons, the Book of Fables. It's a kinda, sorta fairy tale D&D game where you contribute to the chaos. Tipping the show creates weird meta stuff to happen, or wild magic surges, things like that. Or you can help me create characters, NPCs for the story. So we've had a number of them become integral to the campaign. So please take a look and follow us here or on Twitter. We also post there when we go live. So I hope that you enjoyed the show today, and I will be oh, there he is, there's the buddy, and I will follow up next week. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us today, and have yourself a very good night, have yourself a wonderful evening, and please do me a favor and be good to each other. Okay, good night everybody.